Goeiemôre, good morning, bonjour, salamat, sanibunani. Today is the day of the yellow circle, as you should have guessed by now. And for the yellow circle, we would like to have some ochre froglights. And ochre froglights mean we need a froglight farm, since I believe Mr. K has some computer trouble, and so therefore he doesn't have a shop yet. So we'll just make a farm to keep building. Hopefully he'll be able to play again soon. Yeah, all kinds of other squishy and slimy things. Now, although the melon and pumpkin farm was neither squishy nor slimy, with the pumpkins and pistons, at least the pumpkins are getting squashed. Ha 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 ha. So, anyway, I'm rambling, and I definitely don't have time for rambling. There's so much to do. In order to make a froglight farm, we have to get frogs. Of course it's the middle. Oh, yo, look, Scott. Of course it's the middle of the night, and of course the place is wild with lag. Hello? Froggies, where are you? Ooh. There you are. Which means, I think, actually, you're coming with me. But I need to find you a mate. Are you hopping along? Can't you, like, call for a mate or something, so this can go a little bit faster? Go ribbit, and then we find another frog. There's one. Oh boy, I can't remember how long the tadpoles will take to hatch. And then we've got to catch them. I don't know if any of you ever caught frogs in real life with your bare hands, but it's kind of a tricky business. It's definitely a squishy and slimy business. You need to hold them on like properly, otherwise they squirm out or jump out and wriggle out and all those things. But you can't hold them too hard, because you definitely don't want to squish them. And the whole thing happening in the water, and their skins being kind of slippery and slimy, they squirm out pretty easily. So it's definitely squashy, squishy, squeamy, squirmy business. Jakes, didn't even know I know so many English words with this that you can make into a sh if you want to. They're doing the tadpole dance. Still doing a tadpole dance. If you catch them, you kind of have to get your little finger, your pinky finger, between their hind legs, and then your thumb and ring finger go on either side between the front and hind legs, so they can't go sideways. The pinky prevents them from going backwards, and then the middle finger and pointy finger, index finger, goes between the head and the front legs, so they can't jump forward either. So you've got all 5 fingers all around them, and hold firm enough so they don't get away, but not so firm that you damage them. So these frogs that grew up from tadpoles in the mangrove swamp counts as a warm biome, and so that is why all of these frogs are white, because the frogs that grow to adulthood, or the tadpoles that grow to adulthood but then they're frogs, anyway, in a warm biome will be white colored. So we have to take some of the tadpoles that we have in buckets and let some of them grow up in a cold biome, such as the snowy hills and tigers near the spawn, and some of them need to grow up in a temperate biome so that we can get all three colors frogs, which will yield all three colors froglights. And no need to worry, not gonna harm the frogs. The frogs are actually the monsters in this story. They're gonna harm the magma cubes. But since the magma cubes is a hostile mob, I don't know, kind of makes the frogs the musketeers, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still all of them there. And there you go. You know, in all this time that I've been spending with frogs, I thought a lot about the language of frogs. They are one of the most complicated language-wise animals. Let me explain. First of all, their eggs are called spawn, their babies are called tadpoles, and the adults are called frogs, which, you know, has no relationship between the words at all. Secondly, many languages have like different differentiations. Like in English, there's frogs and toads, which is not necessarily a distinguishment that is made in other languages. Like in Afrikaans, there's a padda and a platana, and I'm not even going to try to start explaining that. Then there's also the difference between languages. For example, if you take a zebra, yes, in German it's pronounced zebra, and in some English people pronounce it zebra, and others say zebra. But the point is, it sounds similar enough. Now you may say it's because a zebra, you know, is only in one geographical location. So what about a lion? Lions used to be all over the world, yet it's lion, in German is Löwe, Afrikaans is leeu, Italian is leone. There's still a lot of similarity. Then you come to frogs. So in English it's a frog. In Afrikaans it's a padda. In German is a frosch. In Sesotho it's senqaqane. In Zulu it's iqoqo. And in French it is this word, which you probably choose a random 3 letters to pronounce. In Italian it's rana. I mean, there's just nothing similar about them at all. Anyway, that's enough for me. Enough rambling about frogs. Hello, Mr. Frog. Are you my frog prince? You want to try just in case? Okay. Now, enough about fantasies of fairyland. Let's get to building a farm. This farm is based very loosely upon a showcase done by Il Mango, as well as a tutorial made by Evermans. Of course, the links will be down below in the description. The end result is somewhat of my own blend, but time for the time lapse. The reason for the honey farm is to use the wax blocks as a shadow detail in the yellow wool. Building a bee farm in the nether or the end is better than the overworld, since there's no day-night cycle or weather that will, point A, slow down the production of the bees, and point B, cause lag when they all come out at the same time afterwards again. The reason we built this right on top of the Froglight farm is that one AFK session can cover both farms. Also, since bees are friendly creatures and the magma cubes are hostile mobs, they do not interfere with each other's mob caps. So the two farms can run concurrently without negatively impacting each other's productivity. This farm is an Ilmango design again. His design was made in Minecraft 1.15. Since we're in 1.19 now, I replaced the dirt with mud. Since mud blocks is not a full block high, the hoppers can collect items that's floating on top of them without needing water, which wouldn't work in the nether. Everything is also covered in glass to prevent any mob spawning that could negatively impact the Froglight farm. Back in the overworld with froglights as well as wax blocks to build the yellow wool. Now, the other walls I tried to terraform at least a little bit where it extends from the base to the outside. But this one, as you can see, there's a big cliff that I'm at risk of falling off all the time. And it will need a very, very, very special kind of terraforming to go all the way to the ocean, which I don't feel like doing still. And it also means that eventually we're going to have to deal with the mess kind of piston under the base. So maybe there'll be a whole episode just dedicated to cleanup. I don't know yet. But for now, it's time to build the wall.